Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our FC26 career mode here with Burnley. Man, am I loving the save at the moment. It is so much fun and we're going to crack on with the early stages of Season 3 today. After we closed out the summer transfer window in the previous episode, 4 new signings for our Burnley squad this season, and it's been a good start to the campaign with 9 points from a possible 15 in the Premier League so far. And a tough game up next as we take on Aston Villa, who we were battling with for European football last season. They ended up finishing in a Conference League spot, I think it was, in the end, and that's what we're aiming to achieve this season. So Villa at home at Turf Moor to kick off. Come on, you Clarets. It's a tough game to kick off with today against Aston Villa, but we've had a decent record against them throughout the course of the save so far. But it is absolutely hammering it down here at Turf Moor, so it's going to make it difficult to play the sleek football that we've seen in the early weeks of the season. And I would probably take a point in this game here, knowing that we've got an easier run of fixtures coming up after this. As Hannibal, oh, it's brilliant. And Hannibal from the angle, denied by Emi Martinez. Joof. Look at that run through the middle. Oh, it's brilliant. Strand Larsen didn't quite pick out the corner. And Emi Martinez makes the stop for the second time today. As Jaden's corner swung into Beelan. It's a brilliant header. And Emi Martinez had no chance with that. Thomas Beelan with his first goal in claret and blue. And it was an absolute bullet. Tielemans. Oh, Amari did well to get a toe on it. But still Yuri Tielemans bursting through. Esteve does well. Oh, it's just jammy, isn't it? It's just mega jammy. I'm not even sure who that is up front. Is it Marcus Thuram who gets the leveller? But so frustrating, man. Maxime into the header. Hannibal finds Amari, who is getting a run in a slightly more central position. As that's nicely worked, and Strand Larsen denied. Hannibal coming in has put it wide. Stev wins the aerial duel again, and Amari finds Edwards, who gets a run in the team. Hutchinson, Jackson onside, first goal for the club, and it's the defenders who are turning up with the goals here today at Turf Moor. But a lovely passing move. Amari Hutchinson pulling the strings at the moment. And it's a wonderfully weighted pass through to Jackson, who finishes from the angle to put us back in front. Hilling Jr. has Louis Barry with him. Jackson does well though. Brilliant defending. And he finds Edwards. And now it's on to Amari. We could be in here. Look at the space for Strand Larsen. Surely for 3. Jorgen seals it. There's our 2-goal cushion. Lovely goal on the counter. Jorgen Strand Larsen gets his second of the campaign. First from open play, and after not scoring for 3 or 4, he needed that as well. Points should be in the bag. It's been quieter in the second half, but what a win for Burnley. Well, Villa are going to keep pressing, and as Louis Barry gets in behind, ball played into the middle. Oh my goodness, Maxime Esteve, that is phenomenal. And that is why he's wearing the armband this season. Jackson looks for Loom. Oh, it's brilliant. And Zeki makes it 4 off the bench. This has been an absolutely fantastic performance from Burnley. Zeki bows to that home crowd. And we've topped it off with a cherry on top. What a brilliant performance. Yeah, that was in the rain as well, guys, and for those of you that have been around long enough on the channel, you know that I hate playing in the rain because normally my passing is shocking, but today we were absolutely phenomenal. Both of our centre forwards on the score sheet, alongside Beelan and Jackson scoring their first goals for the club, and what a victory as our fantastic start to the season continues. We now go into what I would call quite a reasonable run of fixtures, so if we go on a good run, we could be right up there as we approach the halfway stage of the campaign. Bournemouth up next, away from home at the Vitality. Come on, you Clarets. Yeah, with this game here against the Cherries, followed by Leeds and West Ham, I think we've got a really good chance. Oh, Amari, oh, denied and can't quite get the rebound, but we've got a really good chance to win all 3 of those. And oh, come on, ref. And put ourselves in a really, really strong position in the early stages of the season. Of course, still a long, long way to go, but if we can give ourselves a little points buffer, that will help as we head into the latter stages of the campaign. Juve into Estev. Now Hannibal. Back to Juve. Oh, lovely liquid football again as Jaden lifts it for Amari. And Amari, oh, Petrovic did well. Maybe a little lift over the top of him as he came to close down the angle may have been more effective. But Edwards will swing the corner in. Estev's in there. Juve into Florentino, gives it away. And there's a big gap in our defence. I'm not sure where Maxime is going as Cliver picks out Evan Nilsson, big save, and the Brazilian reacts quickest on the rebound. And the Cherries have the opening goal at the Vitality. Yeah, I did see some of you guys asking for Evan Nilsson as a transfer suggestion, but I did use him in the Southampton save that we had on FC 25, so I don't always want to be signing the same players. But as he's in again, big save Pope, and it's a carbon copy of his first goal. That is his 5th of the season, and the Brazilian is on absolute fire. What is that? It's 3 points for Bournemouth is what it is. Thought we might still have a chance of getting back into it, but I'm emptying the bench. We have been absolutely torn apart by the Brazilian today, but Nick Pope's had an absolute clanger there. Well, there's the whistle, and 1-2 forget for Burnley. For a team that's normally so good defensively, that man tore us apart today. Evan Nilsson was superb. I mean, his first 2 goals were pretty lucky, and the third was an absolute clanger. I don't feel like I really did a lot wrong for any of the 3 goals, but that's just football, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. A really disappointing result, especially on the road where we were so good last year. But now travelling to Ellen Road, where I'm hoping we can bounce back and return to winning ways. Come on, you Claras. Hutchinson waits for the run of Jackson. Lovely overlapping run. And Jackson plays the 1-2. He's in. And Jackson gets his 2nd goal since his summer move from Wolves. What a signing he is proving to be. I said he's very similar to Juve down that left-hand side, which is why I've got both of them on the attacking wing-back role. And both of them fit it perfectly. Jackson gets his 2nd of the season. And this is much better from Burnley. Jackson still leading by 1 here. I'd love a 2nd goal just to give us that cushion. And Hannibal's pass for Amari sends him out wide. There is Strand Larsen. Bit of space for Alex Scott to let fly, and he's back in the lineup and back on the score sheet as well. 2nd of the campaign. We've missed you, Alex, and it's good to have him back in the heart of that midfield. Edwards finds Jackson. Florentino now, and Juve on a run. Koleosho. And I see Larsen at the back post. Larsen's header! We don't see many headed goals, but when you've got this man in the team, what is he, 6'4", I think? Jorgen Strand Larsen, 3rd of the campaign. And he's almost halfway to his tally from the entirety of last season. And we're only on match day 8 of the campaign. Really good header. Gets up above Goodmanson. Heads it back to where it had come from. And that will be the points in the bag for the Clarets. Okafor, brilliant goal. No clean sheet today. Probably too late for Leeds to get back into it, but Okafor just turned on the afterburners and absolutely roasted me. Well, there's the whistle. It's all over here at Ellen Road, and it was just a consolation for Leeds. Frustrating to throw away the clean sheet because we've not kept many at the beginning of the season, and this is another game where we've conceded, but on an offensive end we were so much better today, scoring 3 and picking up all 3 points. Let's head back to the menu because we're into October and we should have our next month's worth of scouting updates. Well, from Chile, I think I'm going to turn these 4 away at the top of the scouting pool. They could be okay, but we're really looking for the creme de la creme. Guerrero looks pretty decent and is showing great potential, and we'll keep the scouting on Soler too. From Japan, still waiting for a player to make the academy. Hiro Oshiro looks pretty good, so we'll keep the scouting on him, and I love the aesthetic on these two, so they're staying just for that. And from Malta, we might have found our first superstar. Wow, Camilleri looks pretty good as well, but Peter Lombardi is the one that I was looking at. Exciting prospect. Let's give him a scholarship and see how he looks in the academy. Yeah, 62 overall is Lombardi, but I like the pace. I like the early shooting stats as well. Pretty good finishing and shot power. And yeah, he looks pretty decent. The academy is absolutely stacked at the moment. I might release a few of these guys, like Dylan Nixon, 81 to 87 is not as good as we first thought. When we've got the likes of Mills and Sands, who's 90 to 94, he must have potential to be special because he looks phenomenal. Yeah, I think Bradshaw I'm going to release as well, just 80 to 86. And the same with Dixon as well. They could be okay, but we're looking for the absolute best of the best. So Academy's looking stacked. We've got loads of players out on loan as well, so we'll do a quick little loan watch, as we've not really seen too much growth from the players that are out on loan. Ben Ball's up 1 to 73, as is Damien Burke. But it's still quite early stages in the season. So we'll jump into our next game. It is West Ham United, currently rock bottom and winless under Fabian Hürzeler since returning to the Premier League. So you know what's going to happen here. It's going to finish 3-0 West Ham. But we've been on a really good run of form. Currently sat inside the top 4, so I want to make sure we remain there for as long as possible. Come on, you Clarets. Beto, dispossessed. Scott did well. And now Larson finds Hutchinson and Philogene and Jorgen Strand Larson. Lovely move. And there is our breakthrough goal. We've not played particularly well in this opening half hour, but Jorgen gets his 4th of the campaign, and that's a lovely move from Burnley. Hannibal wins it back. Strand Larson ahead of him, and Philogene left, and Jaden, still Philogene, and Larson surely for 2. There we go. Jorgen Strand Larson with his 5th of the campaign, 2nd of the afternoon, and Burnley look as if they will be heading for back-to-back victories in the Premier League. Well, there's the whistle at Turf Moor, and it is back-to-back victories, as I say, for Burnley after that defeat to the Cherries at the Vitality. A clean sheet today as well, and 2 more goals for Jorgen Strand Larson, who has 5 for the campaign. Much more like it from our number 9, and much more like it from Burnley. Jumping into our next game, it's a big one, but we're going into it off a good little run of form. Carabao Cup, I think it's the last 16 that we're into, as we take on Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. We beat them in the league earlier on in the campaign. Now, can we repeat the feat in the Carabao Cup? Come on, you Clarets. Yeah, I got some of my starters out there today for this one, because as I've already mentioned, I wouldn't mind a little cup run, as Zeki Amdouni drills in the opening goal inside 3 minutes. What a wonderful hit, and potentially a big scalp on the cards here as we look to reach the quarter-finals. Come on. Edwards, space to drive into. Still Marcus Edwards. Come for Juve that. A little bit fortunate, but we'll take it. Zeki round the corner for Jackson. Did brilliantly well, and Hannibal squeezes it in. I wasn't really looking for anyone with Jackson. I was just hoping to get a touch before the keeper. But he managed to pick out Hannibal in the middle, and Burnley have 2 at the bridge once again. Andre Santos, Jackson gets away and drills in. A route back into the game for Chelsea. That's the lack of pace from James Tarkowski on display there. As soon as Jackson shifted the ball there, he was in on goal. Jaden offloads to Scott. Got runners ahead of him, one of those being Hannibal. Can he get away from Disasi? Yes, he can. Can he finish? No, he can't. Straight at Diogo Costa. Needs some options. Finds Leslie. Through the gap for Zeki. Chance for 3, and he couldn't take it as Edwards couldn't follow it in. But that's got to find the back of the net there, Zeki. Enzo Fernandez away from Tarkowski. Still Enzo Fernandez has it. Enzo swings across in. Brilliant ball. Jackson. And on the rebound, Ferran Torres will turn home. Should have been 3-1 down the other end. Instead, we're deadlocked at 2-2. Hannibal nicely worked. And Zeki, go on, make the run, Leslie. Instead, it's Marcus Edwards, and we're back in front almost instantly. I don't know why Leslie didn't run into the space. It's like, go on, lad, go on, in that big gap. But no, he didn't want to, but in the end, it doesn't matter. Marcus Edwards, 3rd in the cup. Look at Leslie. Eventually, he made the run, but in the end, it didn't matter. Marcus drills in, and we restore our lead instantly. Zeki pinches it. Great press. Amari offloads to Luca, comes infield and finds Edwards for 4, and it's game. And Burnley winning at Stamford Bridge once again. It is 2 wins in our last 2 games here at Stamford Bridge. A lovely move as Luca does really well. Lays it on a plate for Marcus. He gets his 2nd of the game. And we are heading into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Yep, that's going to do it here at the bridge. What a result for Burnley. And after leading by 2 and then being pegged back, I thought maybe Chelsea would go on with the quality they've got to win it. But nope, into the quarterfinals. And I'm starting to think that maybe this could be the competition that ends our trophy drought. Let's see who it's going to be in the final 8. Well, as we get back to the menus, let's find out who it's going to be in the quarterfinals, as we're doing so well in the league at the moment. But final 8 of the Carabao Cup, it's Liverpool away at Anfield. That is really, really tough, that. I mean, there's really strong sides left in the competition. Literally every single team, barring West Ham, I would say, are really strong in this save. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, but it would have been whoever we would have faced. That will come in December, I think it is. Yeah, so we won't see that game for a little while. But jumping into our next one, another huge clash in the Premier League as we take on Arsenal away at the Emirates, who are sat just behind us, 1 place and 1 point below us, and they are yet to lose in the Premier League so far this season. We've been on a fantastic run. It's now 3 in a row in all competitions, and we'll be looking to inflict Diego Simeone's first defeat of the season here. Come on, you Clarets. Now, Eze, you've got so much quality in this team, but it's good from Florentino. And look at the space for Amari. And Hannibal, all the time in the world. Hannibal opens the scoring again, and Burnley are just on fire at the moment. Yeah, this Arsenal team is absolutely stacked with attacking quality. I would not be surprised to see a fair few goals today, as right on cue, Bere Eze gets his 5th of the season already, and the Gunners are back on level terms. They've got so much attacking threat in this team. Gyökeres, Saka with him. It's a little bit fortunate, but Saka will have it again and finds the Swede. Oh, come on. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's wonderful from Arsenal. Perez with his 6th of the campaign, 2nd of the afternoon. Arsenal in front from a goal down. Eze in the pocket again. Gyökeres, what a goal. Perez has run this game, man. It's a great finish from Victor Gyökeres, but what about the pass from Eze? Arsenal have a 2-goal lead and look as if they will remain unbeaten. Yeah, I said it last time we faced Arsenal as well, but I feel like if we'd been a little bit more clinical in our attacks, we may have had a bit more joy against this Arsenal backline, as Alex Scott does get us back in the game. 3-2, half an hour to play. Hannibal wins the ball back. Still Hannibal, great feet. Holds on to it brilliantly. Larson, Amari, Hutchinson. Oh, what a strike. And Amari does it against Arsenal. He came through the academy here at Hale End, but he's just come back with a big goal for Burnley. From 2 goals down, we level it up at 3 apiece, and there's still 25 minutes to play. And this is what I mean about being a bit more clinical in our attacks, as Amari finds Jackson and Strand Larsen. It's 4-3 to Burnley. What on earth has happened to Arsenal? This is not a Diego Simeone performance. 3-1 up with half an hour to play, and they now trail by 4 goals to 3. Limbs in the away end as we celebrate in front of those travelling fans. But again, Amari Hutchinson pulling the strings out there today. Yeah, I said I thought there'd be another goal and that someone would go on to win this. There might even be another one, because with us sitting in now, you'd expect Arsenal to put some pressure on, but there's every chance we go and grab another goal on the break, as Jackson lifts that for Rudoni, and Jadon Anthony at the back post. It is 5. He controls his finish into the back of the net. It's an 8-goal thriller at the Emirates, but Burnley are going to inflict Simeone's first defeat of the season. This episode has just been full of crazy games. Yeah, since we changed to 4-minute halves, the game just feels completely different. I don't know what it is, but I'm enjoying this save so much more now. This episode has been full of absolutely chaotic end-to-end games, and I think we'll close out with one more as well. Returning back home to Turf Moor as we take on Liverpool, who have won the league the last 3 seasons, but after beating them home and away last year, can we close out the episode with another fantastic scalp? Come on, you Claras. Scott finds Philogene out wide, and now Hannibal. Got a few options ahead of him, one of those being Jadon Philogene. And Jadon swings across in. Larsen's header, it's brilliant. And I mentioned it earlier on in the episode, but when you've got a big number 9 in the middle, don't be afraid to put crosses into the box. Jorgen gets his 7th of the campaign. I think that's what he managed in the entirety of last campaign. And what are we? Match day 12 now, and he's already matched his goal tally. He's been brilliant to kick off the new season, and I said I was keeping faith with him in the summer. Szoboszlai, lovely ball into Quenda, in behind Juve, and Quenda is quick. Esteve does well, but still Liverpool have it. What is that, man? What is that for a goal? Alexander Isak levels for Liverpool, but that is a shocking goal to concede. It's such a frustrating way to concede the equalising goal. I mean, it's a poacher's goal from Isak, don't get me wrong, in the right place at the right time, but I literally did not have a second to react, and as Szoboszlai now gives Liverpool the lead. I mean, this is what the champions can do. They can turn it on when it matters most, but I'm scratching my head. How on earth are we behind in this game? We've been fantastic. Oh, what a ball. What a goal. Liverpool have just turned it on. The first Isak goal was quite lucky, but I mean, the second and third goal have just been wonderful team moves. We were 3-1 down at the Emirates and managed to turn it around, but I don't think it's going to happen again today. Corner for Liverpool. Isak's header, it's 4. This has not been a 4-1 game. Liverpool have been good in the second half. I'll give them that. They have controlled things and we've not really had any chances. But how we're 4-1 down today, I've no idea. Yeah, it's all over here at Turf Moor. As I say, it doesn't feel like a 4-1 game, but this could be a turning point for Liverpool and Burnley's season. They've not had the greatest of starts, the Reds, as they look to defend their crown. And for us, well, it's been a fantastic start, and this result doesn't take away from that, but I think it goes to show we've still got a long way to go until we can compete with the best. But guys, that will do it for today's episode. It's been a really enjoyable one. The games have been fantastic. We've played some really good football, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the save at the moment. As I say, it's been a fantastic start, and we'll be back in the next episode to continue through the early stages of the season. We'll head into December, and potentially we might even get into the January transfer window. Lots to come next time out. I'll catch you for it very soon, guys. Take care and peace.